Hello, welcome back to English Speaking with Oliswa. If it is your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So today we will be reading this article. I am first going to go through it just to kind of explain certain words that might be a little bit difficult, and then in the end I'm just going to read through it for the last time, and I hope it's going to be an enjoyable activity. Let's get started. So the heading for our article is only one third of young people in UK enjoy reading. So let's start with the first word, one third. So what does one third mean? So when we are talking about one third, it means if you have 100% of something and you divide 100 by 3, that gives you about 33.3% of something. So one third would be 33% because we've taken the whole of something and divided it by 3, and then in this case we take only one third. So out of these 3 pieces we only take the one piece, which is the one third. So young people, meaning they are talking about a specific age group. So when we say young people, they are talking about a specific age group, meaning not too old. So let's say not old. And then the last part, enjoy reading. So when we talk about enjoy reading, it means that young people find when you enjoy something, it means it brings you pleasure. So it brings you pleasure, or you like doing it. So you like doing it, or it brings you pleasure when you do it. So only one third of young people in UK enjoy reading. So out of all the young people in the UK, only about 33% enjoy reading. Let's go to our first line. In the UK, few children and young people than ever before enjoy reading in their free time. So when we talk about this sentence, so when we say fewer children, so this sentence alone tells us that this year we have less children and young people who are reading. So for example, when we say than ever before, when we talk about than ever before, it means that this number is the lowest number that they have had in all the years. So all the other previous years it was okay, but now this is the lowest number. So when they say fewer than before, it means this is the lowest number that they have. And then the last word, they are at home, they don't have any homework, so that would be their free time. That's according to a new study done by the National Literacy Trust, the NLT. So this is just the organization that did this study. So let's go back a few words. A new study. So what is a study? So just in short, a study is research. So when someone wants to find out more about something, they do research. So they do research to ask, let's say for example, in this case, it talks about young people. It means that the research or the study was done on young people. Let's continue. A survey of more than 76,000 people aged 8 to 18 found that only about 35% enjoy reading in their spare time. Okay, so let's go back to this word, a survey. So what is a survey? So when we talk about a survey, we are talking about when we have like questionnaires, that ask specific questions to a specific group to find out specific information. Okay, so in this case the survey was done on young people, and the survey or the questions in the questionnaire were asking whether these young people enjoy reading or not. So let's continue. I just want to highlight the number 76,000 because I find that most of my students, they struggle with numbers when they have to say numbers, especially big numbers like this. So 76,000. Found that only about 35%. So 35% again goes back to the 1/3. So it goes back to telling us that only 1/3 enjoy reading. Again, now we have spare time, which previously we said it was our free time. So previously we said it's the free time. In this case, they have used spare time, exactly the same thing. So next, that's the lowest number since the NLT began collecting data in 2005. So this is the lowest number. So meaning in the previous year's numbers were higher than this year's number. So in the previous, let's say in the previous year, the number was higher than this year. So for example, since the NLT began collecting data in 2005. Okay, so this tells us that this organization started doing this type of research in 2005. So began, started. So collect, that's when you gather something. So started gathering. So that's when you gather something, you take something. So let us continue. Jonathan Douglas from the NLT said the results were shocking, and that the futures of a generation are being put at risk. So let's start with the word results. So what is the result of something? So when you have the results, that's the outcome. So the outcome of something. So in this case, they were doing research on whether young people wanted to still like to read or not. So the outcome or the results that they got, in this case, Jonathan says, were shocking. So shocking just means surprising. It's a feeling of surprise, but in a very bad way, because it upsets you. It can make you angry or disgusted. So surprised, let's say surprised, but in a bad way, because this feeling makes you angry or disgusted. Okay, our next word, the futures of generations are being put at risk. Okay, so when we talk about the future, someone's future, we are basically talking about what's going to be of them tomorrow. Not necessarily tomorrow, but in the next years. So that is what we talk about when we're talking about the future, something that is still to happen. So let's say in the future. Okay, so in the coming years. So now he is talking about, so Jonathan is not talking just about the time. When we say he's not only talking about the time, but he is talking about the future of generations being put at risk. So what does that mean? So the future of generation in this case, so as let's take the whole sentence, the future of generations, meaning what's going to become of them tomorrow. So for example, he reading with maybe, let's say, academic success. So maybe they will be, if they read, they might be clever and do well in school. But now, since they're not reading, their futures are being put at risk. So what is risk? So risk is just the possibility of something bad happening. It's just let's say, the possibility of something bad happening. So that is what we talk about when we are talking about a risk in this case. So something bad might happen. So let's continue. According to the survey, about 20% of young people read every day, which is down from 28% last year. Again, the important numbers, we have 20% and then we have 28%. So this shows us a decrease in number of people reading, meaning there are less people reading. Let us continue. Experts often find that part of the problem is not that everyone has access to books, perhaps because they cannot afford to buy them or they're not exposed to reading books at home. So the first word of this paragraph, an expert. If someone is an expert, so for example, when it comes to experts, it means that that person is knowledgeable in a certain field or in a certain subject. So the person is knowledgeable in that subject. So for example, we know that doctors may be experts in healing people or in medicine. Often find the problem is, so okay, our next word, access. So when you have access to something, it means that you can reach it. So when you have access to something, you can reach it or you can have it. Perhaps because they cannot afford to buy them. So cannot afford, meaning let's say they don't have enough money to buy the books. Okay, so the books cost more than they have, or they are not exposed to reading books at home. So when someone is exposed, when we talk about being exposed to something, it means that you are able to have books whenever you need them. So if you are exposed, meaning, let's say in this case, to reading books at home, maybe you don't see your parents reading or they don't buy books for you. So exposed, it just means that you don't, it goes back to access, that you don't see any books around you or you don't see any reading around you. Let's continue. However, the survey found that children from all backgrounds are reading less. So the word that I want us to highlight is backgrounds. So when we talk about backgrounds, we talk about the environment that someone comes from. So not necessarily just the place that you come from, where you lived, but it also talks about how much money you have, how much money your family has. So that would be your background, just talking about whether your family is rich or poor. So in this case of the article, it says children from all backgrounds. So meaning it doesn't matter which type of background you come from, but the children are still not reading. Let us continue. Boys were also much less likely to say they enjoy reading. 28% of boys aged between 8 and 18 enjoy reading in their spare time, compared to about 40% of girls. So, less likely to say. So, boys, so boys would rather not talk about the fact that they like to read. So they would rather not say that they like to read. The trust has called on the new UK government to make a plan to help increase the number of young people who are reading for pleasure. Okay, I'm just going to highlight just this one word. So who are reading for enjoyment. So they are reading for enjoyment. Dozens of the country's libraries have been closed in the last 10 years or have begun opening for fewer hours per week. Okay, so dozens meaning people mostly use the word dozen to just talk about a big number. So a dozen is 12, but when we say dozens, it means that it's more than just 112. So one dozen is 12, but when we say dozens, we are talking about a big number. But it also seems likely that the increased use of smartphones may have had an effect on the number of young people spending their spare time reading. Again, young people have smartphones or use smartphones nowadays, so they don't have enough time to read. Among those who do enjoy reading, many said it helps them to relax, feel happy, and learn new things. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back and just read through the article. Okay. Only 1/3 of young people in UK enjoy reading. In the UK, fewer children and young people than ever before enjoy reading in their free time. That's according to a new study by the National Literacy Trust, the NLT. A survey of more than 76,000 people aged 8 to 18 found that only about 35% enjoy reading in their spare time. That's the lowest number since the NLT began collecting data in 2005. Jonathan Douglas from the NLT said the results were shocking and that the future of generations are being put at risk. According to the survey, about 20% of young people read every day, which is down from 28% last year. Experts often find that part of the problem is that everyone has access to books, perhaps because they cannot afford to buy them or they are not exposed to reading books at home. However, the survey found that children from all backgrounds are reading less. Boys were also much less likely to say they enjoy reading. 28% of boys aged between 8 and 18 enjoy reading in their spare time, compared to about 40% of girls. The trust has called on the new UK government to make a plan to help increase the number of young people who are reading for pleasure. Dozens of the country's libraries have closed in the last 10 years or have begun opening for fewer hours per week. But it also seems likely that the increased use of smartphones may have had an effect on the number of young people spending their spare time reading. Among those who do enjoy reading, many said it helps them to relax, feel happy, and learn new things. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. I will be leaving a PDF format of this article with the corrections in the description below. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.